It is quite an honor to be asked to be the maid of honor, right? So you got to take that responsibility seriously. However, in this case right here, she's getting married October 16th, which is days away. What's today's date?
The 13th.
13th, dang. And the last time we heard from her, she said that the maid of honor was MIA.
Well, not so much MIA. She wasn't doing her stuff.
Yeah, it was a lot going on. She was 2 weeks away from the wedding, like I said, and this is supposed to be her best friend, who she made her maid of honor, and she had not heard from her. She completely went MIA, and before she did that, she didn't like anything. She was complaining about all the things about the wedding that was not hers.
Oh my gosh, she bought a dress in a different color.
Yes.
Right.
The colors, the bridesmaids, everything.
So I got a question, a values question here. If your best friend is the lovable flake, right? We all have one of these in our lives. There have been times I've been the lovable flake. A lot of times, actually. So knowing that about your best friend, is it an insult for you to ask somebody else based on maybe their like lesser friendship level but more responsibility level?
Here's the thing. She's not being a lovable flake. She's sabotaging her friend's wedding. Like, she was actively going out of her way to make it a miserable experience for a friend. Now, to answer your question, I mean, I think if you're older and you're more self-aware, yes, you can do that. Mm-hmm. If you're in your early 20s and less self-aware, no, you can't do that.
Lovable flake wouldn't show up for the dress fitting, like to try on dresses, and would just be like, sorry, something came up. I got our emergency root canal. That's my favorite one. I've been given that excuse like 20,000 times from some. Yeah. And I'm like, and then I see him and I'm like, give me your teeth. Let me see. I want to see it. So emergency root canal, I can't make it. Oops a daisy. Just to send me the link and I'll buy it online. So lovable flake would like not show up for stuff, buy it online, and then forget to get it altered. So then it's like crumpled at the bottom. Speaking from personal experience, but that's lovable flake. Making a decision, making an executive decision to get a different color dress entirely, that's evil.
And you think she knew that and did that on purpose. So she's really, so we're talking about a frenemy situation here, maybe?
It is now.
Okay.
Yeah, because she said that they were friends for 15 plus years and that she still didn't invite her to her wedding.
That's weird.
So that was really weird.
The whole thing was very bizarre.
So it sounds like we have like a miscommunication in the definition of the friendship.
But we all told her, we're like, when she went through and said everything that her friend had done as far as like her lack of, didn't plan a bachelorette party, didn't plan a bridal shower, like actively said just wasn't doing it, wasn't helping with anything, and then did the whole dress thing. We're like, girl, why? Yeah, like kick her out. Like kick her out of the wedding. We all agreed that she was better off not having her in the wedding.
All right, we got a lengthy email update. Cassie, take a big old deep breath. Go for it.
Hey guys, thanks so much for all the advice you've given. I did reach out to my maid of honor and I told her everything that had been on my mind and how I had been feeling via text. I explained that her buying the dress without asking me had upset me, but that I had let it slide because she's my best friend. I had wanted the wedding party to wear cowboy boots to subtly show others of my appreciation of who my fiance is since he wears them all the time, and she blatantly refused even after knowing how important they were to me. I explained that she was making things difficult with refusing to wear makeup or get her hair done in the style I wanted, and then dyeing her hair the blue I originally wanted for her dress. And not just the roots, her whole head. I told her I didn't like that I had asked her to communicate with the people she had hooked me up with since they're her friends, and instead she just gave out contact info. The only person she did talk to was the hair and makeup artist, and even then, it was like pulling teeth to make sure the stylist knew what was in store for the day so she was prepared. Last Saturday, her and I were supposed to plan my bachelorette party together, but I ended up planning it all by myself while she sat there and played on her phone. I talked about how she had been changing the subject when my wedding came up during conversation and her not helping putting the wedding favors together for the guests, and that I had to do that by myself too. I told her I'm going to need extra hands to help set up the tables and chairs, plus the centerpieces, candles, and gift bags, and she basically said no to that too. And I explained how that had ticked me off. I even mentioned that I wondered if she was going to try to make it hard on me because she was jealous or just didn't think my fiance and I were going to last. I also mentioned that it still bothered me that I didn't even know about her wedding when she got married a few years ago. After all that, I told her to step up to the plate for the next 2 weeks or I'm replacing her with my sister. Side note, my sister and I aren't that close, which is why she wasn't asked in the first place, and she was okay with that. And with being a replacement and with wearing the boots, she's okay with it. My best friend, in quotes, responded and said it was my fault that she hadn't been helping because I hadn't been communicating. Partly true, I have been struggling with communicating mainly because I'm trying to take care of my family and my 7-year-old son's struggles in school, which she knows about. She also said that I didn't explain how important the cowboy boots were. What? So she didn't think it was necessary to get them. She claimed she didn't buy the dress till after she talked to me about it. She said that her marriage, in quotes, was a joke, so I guess I'm supposed to be okay with not being invited. She also said I should have taken her out of the wedding the minute I started, quote, second-guessing her place in my life. I never second-guessed her place in my life, just if she should be in my wedding. She then ended by saying she was happy for me and that I'm marrying my fiancé, but that she's gonna, quote, step out of it entirely and ultimately blocked my number.
Okay.
We're 3 days away from my wedding. It's on Saturday, and now my my wedding will be lopsided, but I think we'll be better off. I've been thinking a lot about what Mo had said, considering whether or not she had been a true friend. And honestly, after getting her response, I realized we haven't been friends since a couple of months before she got married. She's reached out since my ultimatum text with a not-so-sincere apology. I'm sorry you feel that way.
Kristen and Davi love that.
And she would like to attend and said she would like to attend the wedding. At this point, I'm so tired with all of this. I don't care whether she attends or not. I was given 7 months to plan an entire wedding, and it's finally almost done. A side note, I agree with Bert. Elope! It hurts that this is where a 15-plus year friendship has come to, but as we all have learned, huge stuff usually brings out a friend's true colors. Thanks again to all of you. If y'all happen to come to California this weekend, you are so invited to this mess of a wedding. Love y'all, Sarah.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't even want her at the wedding because it is your special day, and you want to try to avoid as much toxicity as you possibly can and stress on your special day. So why even have her there? And I don't think I was here for the initial conversation. They're not even friends.
Nah,
They're not even friends.
Nah, man, I saw that early. It just sucks that 15 years came to this. Like, you would think you could rely on her, but now you know the truth.
Right.
The Bert Show.